Hola, bom dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, live stream and podcast. How are you today? Como estão? Do let me know in the chat if you will. Let's get started, shall we, with the Bom Dia Daily, which, in case you didn't know, is a 20-minute or thereabouts smattering of news, weather, language, culture, and well-being here in Portugal. So let's take a look at our news pick this morning. And incidentally, after yesterday's challenges, I am hardwired this morning. Who doesn't like to be hardwired first thing in the morning? And let's take a look at this very useful information published by the Portugal News yesterday evening. Thank you for the heads up on this, Anna Todd. There will be 13 national public holidays in Portugal in 2025. Yes, this year. And let's detail them, shall we, and see how they fall, because it's a little bit of like a bingo game to see if the population here gets long weekends and how much bridging leave they have to book to make to make the best of the public holidays here. Good morning to you, T-Duck. Great to see you. Bon dia, alegria. Gumpers, you say. Okay, so back to the Portugal News then. And you're seeing that on your screen now. Here is a detailed list, say the Portugal News, of all public holidays in Portugal, mainland and archipelagos in 2025. National holidays then mandatory. January the 1st, we've already had that one. New Year's Day, which was the Wednesday of the WTF, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the first 3 days of the year. It's a long time until the next national holiday, which is good if you want to get any official paperwork done, I suppose. April the 18th is Good Friday, and it is the first long weekend of the year. April 20th is Easter Sunday, so that is your long weekend there, and perhaps people will book the Monday off as well, just a heads up on that, to make that a long weekend. April the 25th, then only a few days after, Freedom Day, or the Carnation Revolution Memorial Day, if you like, celebration, will be another opportunity for you to enjoy a long weekend if you don't already do that. 1st of May is Labor Day, which will fall on a Thursday. June the 10th, then, it's easy to think, is it not, that there is a public holiday in every month? We're finding out that that is not the case. There are none. There may be local holidays, bear that in mind, in February and March, but it goes from January, the one we've just enjoyed, to April, then 2 in April, 3 in April, although the Easter Sunday, of course, won't cause you too much of a problem. April 25th, May 1st, Labor Day, and that'll be on a Thursday. June the 10th, which is Portugal Camões and Portuguese Communities Day, will be a public holiday. June the 19th, Corpus Christi, and then nothing in July. Onward to August the 15th, and the day of the Assumption of Our Lady will be celebrated on August the 15th. October the 5th, Republic Day will fall on a Sunday, and November the 1st, All Saints Day, falls on a Saturday. Is everybody keeping up? Good morning to you, Peter, Bom dia, alegria, and João Ernesto. Amazing job yesterday, John. Thank you for joining us and elaborating on your situation. Fingers crossed for you for your upcoming appointment. A Bom dia, alegria, Portugal from you as well, and JMC, who we're seeing a lot more of, the mysterious 3-letter abbreviation, JMC. Do I know you in a different capacity, JMC? Or do you wish to just be referred to as JMC enigmatically, mysteriously? Do I think at some point, and to increase my views drastically, you should show how you can find all the police stops in Portugal each month? They have been published on the Portugal Club pages, so I'll do a link to that. Thank you very much. Do you think I should go to them, Peter? Is that what you're saying there? But I can do a link for you. And you sent me this, didn't you, Pete? So I'm very grateful to you for this. The Portuguese police publish speed camera dates and locations. I will put the link to that into the chat. Now, when is All Ducks Day? Have you been petitioning for that to become a public holiday here in Portugal, T-Duck? Anyway, there's the police speed camera published list, so you can see it for yourself there if you're a Portugal Club member. Thanks very much, Peter, for that. Back to these national holidays then, and I will put all of these up in the Portugal Club calendar as well, so you know when they're coming, and you can click on a box to give you a reminder as well, so that you don't head towards a public office not that kind of public office, not becoming an MP, but you don't head to a public building, organisation, institution, paperwork in hand, only to find that it will be shut on, for example, November the 1st. Oh, that's a Saturday anyway. All the way then through to December the 1st, a whole month, and we'll have independence. Yes, the restauradors, which I thought were restaurateurs, much to my embarrassment a few years back. But December the 1st, the Independence Restoration Day, and will take place on a Monday this year, December the 8th, just another week from Independence Restoration Day, and it's the Immaculate Conception celebrated on a Monday too, and December the 25th. Oh, yeah, Christmas Day. Yes, and a happy birthday to some people in our community as well. March the 4th, optional holiday. And don't forget, as I said before, March the 4th is Carnival Tuesday, not considered an official holiday and is therefore optional. Yes, remember as well, you have local holidays, district holidays possibly, town holidays, and even village celebrations, which might bring things to a standstill. So you'll have to ask locals about those. But those, my friends, are the national holidays. Thank you very much to the Portugal News for that excellent compendium of dates there. Also known as João, a little clue there to JMC. Thank you for being here this morning for the Bom Dia Daily, the first part of the Good Morning Portugal show these days, which starts at 8 o'clock. Good morning to you. If you're only just joining us on the replay, trying to connect live and finding that we broadcast this an hour ago. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. How are you enjoying this new start time? I know for some of you who like to get out on your tractors, for example, Peter, this is probably more convenient starting at 8. It gives us an extra hour, doesn't it? It does me. Bon dia alegria from PT Country Bear Marcus as well. Nice to see you. That is good. Just think on YouTube, it may get your views up. Ooh, who doesn't like to get their views up first thing in the morning? Okay, so are you suggesting, Pete, I read that to camera? That's not a bad idea, that, Peter. Me and the Portuguese last night, we went through our favorite YouTubers. Spain Speaks was discussed. Dave in Portugal, Vitor Costa, and Louise. Not to give too much away, but I'll make that a segment from last night's Munson and the Portuguese show as well. And thanks to Chris Rattenbury, who joined us as well last night to tell us why he's getting out of the UK. And we helped him out on the Portugal Club Social last night. Join us for that at 8:30. Every Tuesday evening. Good morning, João, from Pete, from all of us, in fact. Apologies, but a Portuguese keyboard would be awful for my work, hence the misspelling there, not including the squiggly bit, as you see right there. More Portuguese language and culture to follow after we've had a little look at the weather. Let's go there and do that now. Much milder, I've got to say. Temperature is 15 currently. Well, that's what my computer's telling me. And as dawn was breaking, there was a pink hue, not that pink hue in Visu, hue of Visu. No, like a really strange pink color, which seems to have gone now. Or it might just be the color balance, having stared into artificial light before the sun actually rose this morning. Right, let's take a look at that weather then. Spartan FX weather. Let's bring that onto the screen now and take a look and see what the weather's like in your part of the country. Any requests then for those other districts apart from the principal districts, which I shall do first? And let me add. This is where we ran into trouble yesterday trying to add this to the screen. You're not going to play up for me. I've hardwired you. How dare you? Let's shut off a few windows. Oh, there we go. We're fine. I'm a bit jittery about this. Good morning, Portugal. Weather across Portugal and the islands. Foreign exchange, as it should be. Spartan FX, you can open up a free account with them by clicking on. Actually, if you go to the weather page and click on that, you can go through to Spartan, open up a free account. Lisbon, 16 degrees currently with broken clouds at the moment in the capital. A high of 17 and a low of 14 with rain today. A similar picture, although a little bit colder, cooler in Porto. It's raining currently, moderate rain at 14 degrees. That's the high today in Porto, 13 the low. That's pretty much the picture for the rest of the week as it stands at the moment, with sun to return on Monday of next week. And as I've been keeping a note of this with respect to the 300 days of sunshine, so far, in my recording of this, we have 4 days of sunshine and 3 of not sunshine. Sounds like I'm trying not to get censored on YouTube, doesn't it? Not sunshine. Coimbra then, 13 degrees currently, overcast, cloudy there. 16 the high today. A rainy day forecast, 11 the low. 15, 6, is that 15? 15 the low in Faro, down in the Algarve. Broken clouds with a high of 17. Currently at 16, and the threat of rain there. Braga raining, moderate rain, that is, high of 14. Which is currently and 12 degrees. I'm going to take a look at my district. If I go to Santarém, oh no, Leiria, do forgive me. I don't even know what district I live in. Leiria, of course. Leiria. I live in a district called Leiria. 13 degrees centigrade, light rain. Must be in other parts of Leiria as we speak. 16 the high in my district, and a rainy day to come here with a low of 12 and a high of 16. Yes, currently 13. Right. I hear someone joining me in the green room. Help yourself to the snacks there, Paul. Mini croissant and fresh orange juice of a virtual, artificially intelligent generated kind for you there. And let's take a very quick look at Portuguese language and culture before we do a little bit of well-being as well. Laughter being the best medicine this morning. And yes, T-Duck, those, when we met and pulled crackers, I put these by to read out, and I will issue the dad joke warning, obviously, on this occasion for this purpose. But laughter, the best medicine in terms of well-being this morning, and we're going to try a few of these cracker-based dad jokes before we completely move out of that season. Of course, people were taking their decorations down yesterday and on the 6th, which I forgot to tell you was Three Kings Day here in Portugal, when, of course, in Spain, and that's when they exchanged the gifts on the 6th of January. It varies across the Iberian Peninsula. Santarém is my district. All right. All mine, says Joao, JMC. We'll do Santarém tomorrow then. You might have to give me a reminder tomorrow, JMC. And where do the kids have breakfast? On their laps in front of the telly? No, obviously not. No, they can eat in the living room. And you're right, we have to set up a kind of a bed and breakfast situation, I think, and put the cereals in Tupperware, which we mentioned yesterday. Not that we'll be able to get that here in Portugal, of course. Right, let's put the weather behind us for the moment. We'll come back to that again tomorrow morning. And tell you, in terms of language and culture, tomorrow evening, the Expats Portugal webinar will be Filomena Thursday. And she will be joining us on Friday, of course. So if you've got any questions about Portuguese language or culture, pop along tomorrow to this session. I think it's probably our fourth or fifth with Filomena. You try saying that. ACH, good morning to you as well. How are you? Let me tell you more about this then over at Expats Portugal, the tab for which I shut just a few moments ago when I went into a tab closing frenzy. Let's come back to the detail then for the Expats Portugal webinar for tomorrow. And actually, I wanted to do those 7 apps that I tried to do yesterday as well. If we've got time, I shall squeeze them in as well. That was Portugal.com, wasn't it? With their guide to 7 language apps, which I was gaily here trying to tell you about. And my signal had gone down yesterday, and I wasn't able to do that. So I may return to that. And I do want to tell you a little bit about Stone Soup as well this morning, because that also was blighted by transmission problems. I did miss your question, but I shall return to it in just a moment. I have a question, says Joao Ernesto. Okay, yes, it is a good question. Right, let me tell you more then about what's happening with Filomena tomorrow evening from 7:30. The Dream Team, by the way, they're still the Dream Team, but the event is called the Town Hall now, which I believe is a much more understandable phrase for our largely North American audience who join us at 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening. But at 7:30, or should I say, and at 7:30, it's a special with Filomena. And if there's something you don't understand when we're talking on Thursday evening, she's joining us on Friday morning for a bit of a Filomena Friday. It's bookings, visiting and enjoying life in Portugal. Whether you're new to Portugal or have been living here for a while, understanding the ins and outs of Portuguese culture is key to making the most of your experience. In this event, we'll delve into the language, processes, and cultural nuances that will help you feel more at ease navigating everyday activities like booking accommodation or planning leisure activities like visiting the cinema or attending a concert. This is great information. It will be from 7:30 on Thursday with the expert guidance of Portuguese teacher and translator Philomena. You'll learn practical vocabulary and phrases along with valuable insights into local customs and etiquette. And if you haven't become a member already of Expats Portugal, I'm working on a discount actually, so you can get premium membership. Some of you have been Expats Portugal members in the past, and there are some good benefits that you can get from continuing your membership. And I'm working on getting you a bit of a discount off the cover price, off the forecourt price of Expats Portugal premium membership. And of course, yes, the town hall tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock, 9 through until 10 as well. Thank you very much for being here this morning then. And we are in the Bom Dia Daily, which is our smorgasbord of news, weather, language, culture, and well-being here in Portugal. Let me very quickly tell you about stone soup as well then. And I'll see if I can run this little bit of video. Let's see if this is how well this is holding up. Sadly, this was where I was trying to record my glee, my absolute joy of being given a bag of food by the wonderful Tia Aida. I don't know if Philomena didn't like being called Tia Philomena, did she? I don't know if Aida would appreciate that or not, but she is the mum of one of my neighbours who, delighted by me showing off my shoes that she gave me here on the show, has brought me even more food, including the sausages hanging up behind me. Oh, they're slightly shadowy there, but I can tell you they have created quite the authentic aroma in this kitchen. Right, okay, so let me roll that VT, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about stone soup as well. This is the reveal. This is me opening up the bag of food, which it turns out is a silent movie because Mrs. M didn't have the microphone turned up. Here we go. That's the bag of food, and I'm going to tell you about stone soup as well while that's playing. I'll actually tell you the story. A poor friar who was on a pilgrimage, and it looks like I'm out of lip sync here. A poor friar who was on a pilgrimage arrived at a house and, too proud to simply ask for food, asked the owners of the house to lend him a pot so he could prepare some soup made of stone. And he took a beautiful, smooth, well-washed stone from his bag, not unlike, well, probably quite unlike the one I was holding up just then as I hold up my box of meat and give it a sniff there. The owners of the house were curious and immediately let the friar into the kitchen and gave him the pot. The friar put the pot on the fire with only the stone in it, but immediately said that the soup needed to be seasoned. The lady of the house gave him the salt, but he suggested that it would be better if it was a bit of sausage or bacon. Look at that. That made us giggle, that particular sausage. Right. It would have been nice to put in the soup that this friar is making for us here, according to the old fable, Portuguese fable. And there went the lard next to the stone. And then the friar asked if they didn't have anything to thicken the soup, like potatoes or beans that were left over from the previous meal. And that's how the stone soup was thickened. There it is. I'm holding it up there. That is a bucket of stone soup from one of the best purveyors of here in Portugal, in Almarim, which is the capital of stone soup production here in Portugal. Carrots were added, plus the meal that was with the beans, and evidently it turned out an excellent soup, a sopa. They ate the soup together, and at the end, the friar carefully removed the stone from the pot, washed it, and put it back in his bag for the next soup. Isn't that great? Oh, wrong jingle. There you go. A couple of quick jokes then, laughter being the best medicine. And I should issue the warning, of course, shouldn't I? So you're going to need this.
Warning.
Oh, yes. I nearly read Satan's. Which of Santa's reindeers has the best moves? Dancer. These are Christmas cracker jokes, of course. Why do fish live in salt water, Paul? Because pepper makes them sneeze. What? They really are cracker jokes, aren't they? If not crackers in their own right. What's black when clean and white when dirty? That sounds like a proper 70s joke, doesn't it? A blackboard, of course. You know why you never see elephants hiding up in trees? Do you, Paul? No, you don't, do you? Because they're really good at it. Penultimate joke. Not long to go now, folks. Where do you find reindeer? It depends on where you left them. And finally, what are the two things you cannot have for breakfast? We were talking about breakfast in the chat. What are the two things you cannot have for breakfast? Talking of breakfast this morning, lunch and dinner. There you go. Let's give him a nice round of applause and bring him onto the screen. They say laughter's the best medicine. I guess you need good jokes for that. Paul, good morning.
Good morning. I'm here all week. Yeah, good.
So, yeah, try the veal. How are you?